I'll begin with a question. How many people in this room have nieces, sisters, daughters, or female loved ones between the ages of 15 and 19? Please put up your hand. Thank you. Now, imagine living in a reality where chances are that 1 in 4 of them will lose their virginity by force. This is the reality that I live in. 1 in 4 Kenyan girls between the ages of 15 and 19 lose their virginity by force. And 46% of women in Kenya report at least 1 incidence of sexual abuse as a child. The reality is that, as a young woman, I have grown to embrace 2 emotions above all else: fear and shame. The reality is that 1 in 3 women will experience gender-based violence in their lifetime. Now, these were just numbers for me, statistics, things that I read in books as a young feminist, until I ended up becoming a statistic, until someone decided that my consent was not worth asking for. 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted a different reality. I decided that I want to be a rebel. My name is Nafula Wafula. I work for an organization called Servant Forge, where I run a program called SEMA. SEMA is a Swahili word meaning speak out, so we're all going to learn some Swahili today. So I'd like you to say after me, SEMA. Exactly. Swahili word meaning speak out. We are a youth-targeted, gender-based violence initiative that seeks to create mentality change, behavior change, policy and structural change, and break the cycle of gender-based violence in Kenya. How do we do this? We have different approaches. We have awareness raising and training and attitude change. In order to do this, we have the SEMA mentorship program, where we link up university students to high school students from low-income areas for 1 year of one-on-one mentorship. This gives the children confidence. This gives the children self-esteem. We address gender stereotypes. We address gender-based violence, self-esteem issues in the curriculums. We also have the high school awareness program. We work with an organization called Kenya Scouts Association. This allows us to reach 500,000 youth across the country. And we run awareness training programs in the clubs themselves. Secondly, we have advocacy and activism. We have the Talking Walls project, which is basically a project we have within campuses as well. What we try and do is we work with university students in order to change their mentalities and perceptions. We work with university students so that they can create gender policies within the campuses. A lot of the universities in Kenya don't have gender policies, meaning if I am assaulted in a university campus, I don't know where to report, I don't know what to do. If I want to be a student leader in a university campus, it is difficult for me if I'm a female, because the male student will be selected first. So we try and create this change and show young people that they can create an influence within their campus and eventually at a national and regional level. We also have activism. Recently, we targeted 2 companies that were running very sexist advertising in Kenya. And after a lot of action and speaking out and advocacy and numerous phone calls, they took down all the advertisements, all the billboards, and they made a public apology. That was huge for us and the young people that we work with. We have advocacy and activism. One, we have the Activism forums. Activism is 2 things, art and activism. When we merge them, we have amazing forums within which we have spoken word, band music, and a panel discussion on a topic on gender-based violence. All this is handled by young people. So they discuss gender-based violence, they discuss issues affecting them, and they come out of there with an action plan. What is it that they're going to do within a single month? We have a different one every month, so you can imagine the kind of impact that we are creating with young people. We also have the Talking Walls project in the slums in Nairobi. We paint murals with street graffiti artists, where we give people information on where they can access services, what they can do, where they can report, and basically enable them to have a voice through art. Lastly, we have the access to vital services. Only 1 out of 5 survivors in Kenya report gender-based violence. Only 1 out of 5 women who are assaulted will report it. In order to do this, we try and bridge the gap and create access to services. We have an app for reporting gender-based violence. It's called the SEMA app. It is a GPS-coded app that allows a person to reach 3 important people and to reach emergency service providers in case they're in trouble. We also have the community justice centers. We are currently training 18 young people from the slums in Nairobi as paralegals and as counselors. And we're going to set up offices in libraries in slums where young people can go and report gender-based violence and not be afraid and be able to be given referrals and counseling and have their cases followed through. So far, we have reached over 5,000 young people through our project. We have brought down 2 campaigns with sexist messaging, and we have 18 young people trained as paralegals. So we will reach 18 different slums in Nairobi. We believe in a world that is free of gender-based violence. We believe in the power of young people. We believe that young people have a voice, and all they need to do is find that voice and recognize the power that it has and use it. We believe that everybody deserves to live a dignified life, and we invite you to join us, to work with us, to be a rebel and create a new reality. Thank you.